Good morning, grade ones. Welcome to a new week. And today is Monday, and I have something very special with me today, which is very exciting. I have my clock with me today, and we are going to learn about the parts of a clock. Now, I'm going to move a little bit so you can see the numbers. So you will notice a 12 is at the top, and as we go around the clock, you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we get back to 12. Also, on our clock, you will notice that there are these two, and they are called hands. Can you say hands? We have a shorter hand that will tell me what the hour is. So this would be, and then we have a long hand that tells me the time between the hours. So right now, my short hand is at the 1, and my long hand is at the 12. And when it's at the 12, it means o'clock. And I'm going to write that on the board. So if we were writing it in words, we'd say o'clock. And the shorthand tells me what hour it is. Well, it has a 1. So it is 1 o'clock. Now, we can also write this using digits. We can do 1, dot, dot, and then we do 0 and 0 because o'clock is 2 zeros. We have 1, the hour, then we do dot, dot, and then o'clock means it's at the 12, which means it's 0 minutes, okay? So it's 1 o'clock, okay? And that's what our clock has. Now, I would like you to get your textbook, and if you don't have it right with you, press pause and come back when you're ready to open to page 62. So we have a picture here on page 62, and I would like you to tell me what time do you see in this picture? Did you say 6 o'clock? Yes. You can see 6 o'clock up on the little birdie kind of, that's like an alarm clock that comes in signals. So the little hand is at the 6 and the big hand is at the 12. Say that with me. 6 o'clock. And again, I can write it like this. I can write it in words. I can say 6 o'clock, or I can write it in digits. 6 and our 2 dot, our colon, and then our semicolon, and then we can do 0, 0. Do you find anything else in here that tells the time? You might see the alarm clock in here, and that's showing how we could write it with numbers. 6 is the hour, 2 dots, o'clock, 0, 0. Also, you'll notice on the boy's watch, maybe some of you have a watch that either is digital, where it looks with the numbers, or it looks like my big clock up here. So there's the watch. So on the bottom it says it's 6 o'clock, and what time of day if the boy is just waking up? It would be in the morning. So this is 6 o'clock in the morning, and we can tell that because the sun's just coming up, he's stretching, and being woke up, okay? Now, I'm going to set my clock to 6 o'clock, okay? And as time passes by, my big hand will go all the way around, and as it gets back up to the 12, you're going to notice something. What did you notice? My little hand went to the 7. So when the big hand goes all the way around, it changes the hour. An hour has gone by. So when it goes all the way around, that's 1 hour. And now it is 7 o'clock. Can you say that with me? 7 o'clock. Or I can write it in digits. Okay, and watch as my big hand goes all the way around the clock again. What is going to happen here is my big hand goes all the way around. It got a little bit stuck on the screw there. As it goes all the way around, it is now, can you tell me that time? 8 o'clock. And as we go around again, so you'll notice o'clock is when the big hand is at the 12, and the small hand tells me the hour, 9 o'clock. And we can keep going, and the time will keep going by, and then we will get 10 o'clock. In your textbook, on the other side of the page, there's a whole bunch of different clocks. And let's start up here at the top one. You can follow along. It's page 63 with me. What time is in the clock up here? You say it out loud? 7 o'clock. And that's what we have on here. 7 o'clock, or we can write it with digits. What about over here? 8 o'clock. What about down in this one? What time is this clock saying? 11 o'clock. What about over here? 2 o'clock. Go down to here. 7 o'clock. What about over here? 9 o'clock. And if you look at the pictures, it would tell you whether it's 7 o'clock in the morning, or is it 7 o'clock at night, or 9 o'clock in the morning when usually we get to school, or 9 o'clock at night when you are sleeping. Okay, so they kind of tell us at what part of the day is that happening. Okay, so there can be different devices that tell us time. It can be digital, like the alarm clock. It can be a watch, a clock up on the wall. And what you're going to do today is you're going to do exercise 44. So I have some clocks, and then I have the time in the middle, and I want you to match up the time with which clock it goes with. And then here, you're going to fill it in. Now, you can write 7 o'clock like this, or you can write it in digits. Maybe take turns writing them different ways, that you can write them in. Maybe one page do the write o'clock out, and then the next page you could maybe do it with your digits. And you can read about what Matthew is doing at these different times, and that would have been very similar to us, okay? So you're going to do exercise 44 and learning to see and read what time it is on the clock. Have fun, and we will see you tomorrow.